Hey guys, welcome to another Lunchtime review. Today I'm going to try one of these Yellowstone Loaded Mac and Cheese. This is Cavatappi pasta with bacon, jalapeños, and ground beef in a 3-cheese blend. That sounds good. Made with real cheese, cooked thoroughly. It is 16 ounces or 454 grams. We bought this, and it's made in Canada. Bought it at Kroger. It was $10.99. It is a frozen meal. This sounds like a lot, but there are actually 2 servings in the container. You can see 2 servings, 350 calories per serving, or you can eat the whole container for 780 calories, and there's the other info for you. So it says, loaded mac and cheese. Yellowstone Loaded Mac and Cheese is essential cowboy comfort food. This full flavored dish is crafted with a hearty helping of seasoned ground beef, hardwood smoked bacon, jumbo cavatappi spirals, and jalapenos, all smothered in a rich cheddar cheese sauce. Whether enjoyed as a no-bull side dish or as a hearty meal, Yellowstone Loaded Mac and Cheese is sure to satisfy even the most stubborn hunger on the ranch. I always want to say, yeehaw, after reading that. I don't know why. So you can do it in the oven. It actually says it's the recommended method is to do it in the oven. Of course, we don't do ovens on this channel, but if you do, I'm sure it was just get a nice little crust on the top, but that's the preferred method. We're going to do the microwave. So lift one corner of the film to vent, place in the microwave safe plate, microwave in high for 3 minutes, mix the contents well, and microwave for an additional 1 minute or until temperature reaches 165, because it gets your thermometer out at work, right? So I'm guessing you recover it when you stir it. So you do the 3 minutes, stir it, and then recover it with the plastic, and then let it go for another minute. That's my guess. And it just says careful, it'll be hot. Let's see, no pull tab on these. Point you down a little bit. Ooh, wow, look at all those jalapenos. This is going to be spicy. Quite a bit of bacon. Yeah, it looks really good. It looks like it has a lot of flavor in there. So I'm going to vent this right here. Get that little pepper back in there, or onion, or whatever that is. Vent it right there. Get it in the microwave. I'll be right back. Okay, so here it is out of the microwave, and I'm going to give it a good stir. When I first stirred it up after the first 3 minutes, the whole middle section was like frozen, like almost solid. Not quite solid, but it was still frozen. So I took my fork and just broke it up into pieces and then stirred it out to the outside and put the outside in. And it cooks pretty well when you do that. The red things, I looked at the ingredients. The red things are tomatoes. And then the green are jalapenos and green onions. So that's like a green onion, that little thin one there is. But then you've got some, I think there's more green onion than anything. But then I think you get this little hunk. That's a jalapeno pepper. So yeah, and then you get the hunks of bacon here and there too. Quite a bit of bacon from what I can tell. It looks like there's some decent bacon amounts. So I'm going to take this over the table and we'll give it a try. Okay, let it cool off for just a minute. Plenty of pasta, cheese. Green onions, I got a tomato in there, and I think I got a jalapeno. I think that's a jalapeno right there. The cheese is a little stringy, which is good. It's not just a sauce. It's got some stretchy cheese in there too. Not a lot, but it does have a little bit. I really like the flavor of that, the green onion, and also the tomatoes. It's really nice. It adds you get that little bit of like a stewed tomato kind of flavor, but you get the peppers and the onions as well. Yeah, it adds almost sounds so weird, but the tomatoes actually add a little like freshness to it. They're a little pop of freshness. You know, tomatoes have the kind of acidic, sweet, fresh flavor. That you get that tomato flavor. I really like that. The tomatoes add a lot. I get the green onions, I get the jalapeno, I get the bacon, the cheese. I'm sure the cheese is adding to the flavor, but it's not like something that stands out. I'll tell you what, you get a lot of that green onion flavor too, which is also kind of a pop of freshness. That's good. That would be so much different if it didn't have the tomatoes in there. It'd be a completely different experience, because the tomatoes and the green onion really like make it what it is. The jalapenos are good. With the jalapeno chunks in there, you would expect it to be really like spicy and hot. It's not at all. I mean, it's got a little bit of spice to it, like just a very, I mean, super light tingle on the back of my tongue. I mean, it is so light it's almost not even there. Tammy would eat this, she would go, I don't feel anything. Honestly, I think if you don't like hot food, you'd be okay with this. I hate to say that because everybody's so different, but I don't get really any heat at all out of this. I mean, very minuscule amount. Mostly you get that tomato and the green onion flavor with the bacon and a little bit of the cheese. I really like that. I used to make years ago, I mean ages and ages ago, I would buy a can of stewed tomatoes and macaroni, just regular macaroni, and mix it together in a pan. Cook the macaroni, of course, and then eat the tomatoes. So it would be tomatoes and pasta. And it was really good. I always enjoyed it. It was cheap is why I was buying it, because it was super cheap. This really does kind of remind me of that flavor, except they've added the bacon and the onions to bump it up a little bit. Texture-wise, everything's cooked really well. The pasta, a little on the softer side for me, but it's fine. It's not like mushy or squishy or sticky or anything like that. It's just I like mine a little firmer. This is just slightly softer than what I really prefer when I make it. But the textures of the vegetables in here are cooked really well. There's nothing crunchy or hard. The bacon has a good texture to it. It's not crunchy like a really crispy bacon. It's more of a softer, almost like ham-like texture, but they're very thin. So yeah, texture-wise, everything's really good. The cheese does have some little stretchy pieces here and there, not everywhere though. So it's mostly a sauce, but you do get some little dangly pieces of cheese. So it's a stretchy cheese in some areas. I guess it's probably where they put the like the mozzarella cheese or something like that in there. But yeah, it's really good. Flavor-wise, I've described it. You get the pasta. You don't taste the pasta, but the pasta is a really good holder for the tomatoes and the pepper and the onions. That's what you mostly taste. You get a little bit of the smokiness of the bacon, which does add to the flavor quite a bit. The only thing I really don't like a standout flavor is the cheese, but that's me in general anyway. I don't really taste a lot of cheese unless it's kind of a funky cheese, and I don't want that anyway. So so the cheese, I'm sure, adds to the flavor. It's just not something that stands out and says, ooh, that's a really good strong cheese. Overall, it's a really good meal. I would this is one I would recommend you try out. I really do like the different flavors. Again, if you don't like any hot food, I think you would be okay. Maybe just something you would have to try out to see if you can handle it, because I don't get much of anything at all. So I think you'd be okay. And yeah, with just all the different flavors going in here, they really did a good job of mixing the flavors and making them go really well together. It's a rich, heavy mac and cheese with a fresh vegetables in there. So it's really nice. I'm gonna give this one a 4.5 out of 5. I really do like it. I think the amount of food you get, they're saying 2 servings in a container. I'm trying to think, would 2 people be able to eat just this? I don't think so. I don't think there's enough food here for 2 people just to eat this. Now, if you added a side of salad and some bread, maybe that would add enough. But really, this would be, if you're feeding 2 or more people, it's really going to be more of a side, and then you're going to have some kind of protein or meat or something else to add to it, whatever you want to add to it. That would be your main thing. This would just be a side for that. So if you're by yourself though, I would probably eat like 2/3 of this. I probably could eat all of it too, but I'd probably eat like 2/3 of it, and it would be filling enough for me. So anyway, just kind of give you a gauge of how much food's here. So yeah, definitely worth trying out. 4.5 out of 5 for me. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.